Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. How's everybody doing on this wonderful, amazing Thursday night? Hello, YouTubers. Vision Preparedness here. Good evening. I hope everybody's doing well tonight. Everybody's had a great week and ready for the long weekend because I am. I am very well aware. Yes, it's been a long week. And tonight, we're going to have some fun. So, you're going to have to deal with me and some of my other people. I got an amazing topic tonight. Um, and I want to thank everybody that's here. Be ready. My mother Sparks. Who else we got in the house? Mojo, Jojo, and Marco, my man. How's everybody doing tonight? Yeah, it's been a while. Um, Everybody's had a good week today. I'm going to get into the topic here briefly. What this is all about is I'm done. I'm done. And I suggest everybody stop buying vegetables at your box grocery stores. We're going to talk more about that in a minute. Um, but I just wanted to say hey and hello and good evening and thank everybody for joining me out here in the woods. And we're going to see what's going down tonight. And share some information, have some fun. I got two amazing people that I'm going to bring up here shortly. And we're going to have a good time. So I'm going to jump straight into the topic because I do not want to linger or drag this out. I'm going to try to keep this to 60 minutes max, which will be a first for me. So, my topic tonight, stop buying vegetables at the grocery store. So, I had the pleasure of, I think it was Tuesday evening, visiting my local farmer's market. And it was amazing. I'm done buying fruits and vegetables from the grocery store. And I'm going to share some information here with you guys quickly about it. So just to show you and let you know what I did. So I went to the farmer's market on Tuesday evening, one of the local ones here. Just walking around, speaking to people, getting to know people, and things like that. Some of the local farmers, and just talking to them to see, where they're at, how they're doing, and what's going on with them. And I'm looking at the produce. I stopped and talked to a meat guy who, had beef, and he does a couple of the farmers markets in the area. Prices not bad, definitely better than the box grocery stores, better than Kroger or Giant Eagle in our area. So I asked him for his card. Hey Joe, how you doing this evening? Good to see you. Thank you for dropping in and hanging out. So I was talking to the cattleman, and he gave me his card because I was looking for a particular cut of beef. He said he didn't have any with him, but he said I can order it online and he would either deliver it, or I could pick it up at the farmer's market the following week or that Tuesday, whatever. So I took his card and I kept looking. And I wanted some cucumbers and some white onions. So I come up to one of the farmers and he had some amazing fruits and vegetables. So I'm just looking and he has no prices on a board or nothing. So I wait in line. There's a line at this farmer's stand to get his produce, fruits and vegetables. So I'm standing in line. I was probably 3 people deep by the time I was there. So I get there and he says, "How can I help you?" I said, "How are you this evening? Blah, blah, blah. I want some cucumbers and onions." So he had some cucumbers in a wooden basket. And I said, "How much are the cucumbers?" He said, "Oh, cucumbers are 50 cents a piece." And so I suppressed the shocked look on my face from what I heard when he said cucumbers are 50 cents a piece. And I said, "How much are the onions?" He said, "Oh, those onions are 50 cents also. And I have some bigger onions down there in the bottom basket that they're $1 a piece." So this is the $1 a piece onion that I got from the farmer. This is a white onion that has a root on it. These are all organic. He grew them himself. These were $1 a piece. So I said, "Okay, give me 3 onions." And I think I got 4 cucumbers, $5. And I said to myself, I will never, ever, ever buy fruits and vegetables from the grocery store again. I'm done. So I was amazed. And the cucumbers taste so good. You know how you can taste the difference between freshly grown versus store-bought fruits and vegetables? It's amazing. The cucumbers taste so good. So I was watching another prepper. I think it was Wednesday. I was watching Southern Prepper 1. And he was talking about farmers markets also. Good night, Joe. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Please hit the like button, subscribe, come back, join us again. I'm here every Thursday at 9:30. So I was like, what can we do to help people discover farmers markets in their local area? Hey, Jeff, how you doing? Welcome. We're talking about stop buying vegetables at the grocery store. So here's what you can do for your area. And if one of my mods can actually put this in here when I give this web address, from your computer or your phone, you can put in www.localharvest.org. That website you put in, I think it's your zip code of your city, and it will show you all of the farmers markets in your area, the local farmers markets in your area. Thank you, MMS, for putting that in there. And you can discover farmers markets near you. I'm done buying from Kroger's and Giant Eagle and all of that because the prices. And I was talking to a couple of the farmers, and I said, "So what are you experiencing growing?" And here in Ohio, they talked about, the price of fertilizer, diesel, fuel for their equipment, so forth and so on. And they said, the biggest thing is selling our products. And I told them, I said, I'm supporting the little guy. Here's why. And then I have some guests I'm going to bring up here. If everything goes to pot and we're in an SHTF situation, the local farmer you need to know. Because if you need fruits and vegetables or meat, you need to know that you can go to them and either buy or barter for fruits and vegetables that you're not growing yourself. First of all, grow everything you can yourself. And from there, you've got the local farmer that you could depend on if necessary. So I'm all about now dealing with the local farmers in my area. And I'm going to continue to support the farmers in my area because, like you and I and them, we're all going to be meeting extreme challenges, I feel, later this year and into next year. I think next year is going to be even worse. But the local farmer is who you want to get to know outside of growing your own fruits and vegetables. There's a little farming community right down the street from me that they sell freezer beef. I haven't had the opportunity to stop in there to see what they have, but I'm going to. I got friends in South Carolina that were getting me prices of a whole lamb because I want to start storing up meat for the winter before prices go through the roof and beyond. They're extreme now, but they're only going to get worse. So, now is the time, folks. Be that squirrel. Start storing up food now, growing your own food, and things like that. Again, in the chat is the website, www.localharvest.org, that you can put in your city, your zip code, and find all of the farmers markets in your area. I was shocked. So I have to keep putting that information out because it's the local people that will help build your community if things go south quickly. You may be able to barter with that farmer or just help him out if he needs something, or he may be able to help you out as well. So that's that I was amazed at this onion, and it tastes so good. The cucumbers are amazing, and I'm growing cucumbers and onions in my garden, but I needed that are just as big as this. But I needed to share that with everybody. Quit spending the $2, $3, $5, $20 buying fruits and vegetables in the box grocery stores. Support the local people. Good evening, Matt. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Support your local farmers, okay? Because they're as important as you and your family, because they may be the difference between eating and doing something you don't want to do in order to feed your family. So support them. Introduce yourself. Hey, I live, 2 miles away. I saw the farmer's market. I just wanted to come down here and support you and spend my money with you. Any questions in the chat so far before we continue? Everybody doing okay? Everybody having a good week? And ready for the long weekend? I know I am. It's been a week. but like eat squirrel. Okay. Tastes like chicken. Everything tastes like chicken. If you cook it, it all tastes like chicken. So, but yes, that is very important to get to know your local farmers. Every time the farmer across the road from me, he's planted so much corn. Jojo says, I would love to grow my own. We get good veggies growing. Weather here in Ireland. Okay, there you go. Good. Yeah, Mojo, same here. I'm. This is my first serious crack at a garden, and the cucumbers, the zucchini, the peppers, everything is coming alive and starting to produce, and I'm so excited. The onions were delicious, and I'm just waiting for the cherry tomatoes and everything to come in. But welcome, and thank you for joining from Ireland. I appreciate it. Um, but it's all about producing our own. I learned in the middle of the pandemic that I'm going to depend on myself for me and my family and be my own resource. Um, and that's all I can do because the way of the world right now can't depend on nobody but friends and family, the ones that mean a lot to you and you to them. So, um, not a long weekend for you, my mother Sparks. I'm sorry to hear that, but I'll think about you come Monday. But yeah, we all have to start growing. Even if you can't, even if you've never gardened in your life, grow something. I don't care if it's a tomato plant, potatoes. Potatoes are some of the easiest vegetables to grow. Um, so I got sweet potatoes going. I'm so excited. I've had epic failures. My first round of onions just shriveled up and died. What else died? One of my bush beans just withered away and melted into the ground. I think it was the chipmunks or the moles that just ate it from under, ate the roots out from under the plant, and it just died. But right now I'm excited because my zucchini is the plants are so big and they're just getting bigger, and my beans are getting bigger, and my peppers and my jalapenos, and these are all heirloom uh, vegetables that I'm growing. So some I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna harvest the seeds, let them dry out, and put them away. Two zucchinis, nice, nice. That's good. That's good. But it's we have to go back to microcosm, back to community, where my generation growing up, we knew everybody on the street, on the block. All the parents knew all the kids, and they got on you as bad, if not worse, than your own parents did when you did something that you weren't supposed to be doing. And we all knew that. And I think we need to get back to that. And that's the only way we're going to survive a major SHTF event, which I pray to God doesn't happen. Um, but I think that will bring people closer together and allow us to get to know our neighbors. You're right. My mother Sparks. Get to know your neighbors. And it's sad because out here where I'm at, everybody's got land and space, and I don't know my neighbors. So I need to purposely go introduce myself to them and let them know, hey, here I am. If you need anything, let me know. Um, any questions coming from the chat? Anybody have anything? My mother Sparks says, even if they're in another state or country, you can still help each other out with words, even if you're miles away. Absolutely. Words of encouragement. And I'm going to even take that one step farther, my mother Sparks. Prayer. Pray for each other. Regardless of religion and everything, pray. Yes, be ready. Yeah, get to know your neighbors. Even if you're miles away. I have what I call family that's not blood relative in other states that I talk to on a regular basis. I talk to them more than I talk to some of my blood family here in the same city where I live. Exactly. So Mojo says, yeah, my mother, God bless her, used to grow her own side of ultimately getting good veggies. She got a lot of happiness and fulfillment from it. Absolutely. That is therapy. And doing things outside is my therapy as well. It's very rewarding and relaxing at that. It's amazing. And it relaxes the mind, and it allows you to step away from what I call the background noise of the world. And it's right. It's prepping for us and normal for others. Correct. We take care of ours and theirs, and the world just goes on as if nothing's happening. And we are, what are we, 54? We're 30 minutes into it. And but again, folks, that is www.local.harvest.org. Look it up. Check out the local farmers markets in your area and visit them. Patronize them. Spend your money with the local farmer. I'll tell you this, they're going to appreciate it more than the big box stores. The big box stores may give you reward points that they track your buying habits with, but the local farmers are truly going to appreciate it and take it to heart. And the more that we help them, the more they'll be able to help us if necessary. Now, with that, any questions from the chat? I'm trying to keep up, but that ain't gonna work. And I have sitting in the green room two of my extended family members that I'm going to bring up here shortly. Know what you're buying and where it comes from. Right. Better taste, better deals. Absolutely. My mother Sparks, without a doubt. And we're going to talk about this. And this is what it's about. This is community. You have to grow your community and get to know your community. I know you do. My mother Sparks said she got my sense. So the reason why I keep looking back is because not only is the fire behind me and it's starting to fade, I've got acreage of woods, and at night there's all types of creatures that like to come out and walk around. 3 and 9 as well. Thank you. What did you see at the market that you plan on getting next time? I'm actually, okay, so Marco asked a good question. He said, What did you see at the market that you plan on getting next time? Next time he had green beans, but it was less than a half a bushel. Everything. You're right, my mother Sparks. I'm getting more cucumbers first of all. I'm going to get raspberries and blueberries, and I'm going to get meat. I'm going to stop and talk to the butcher, and I'm going to see if I can get a deal on a quarter cow or a half a cow or lamb if he has them. I want to spend more time talking to him. He gave me his card. I haven't looked on his website yet, but I'm going to focus more on meats. And I did see a woodworker there that I need to talk to see if he needs a source of wood, because I have an amazing white oak that is going to be available in slabs. That's a whole nother story. There's a video, you can check it out on our page, about a tree that fell during a storm. But I'm getting meat. I'm going to stock meat. The vegetables that I grow and that I purchase from the local farmers, I'm going to vacuum seal them, and I'm freezing them. I'm going to put them away. I wish I had a freeze dryer, but I'm not spending $2,000 to $4,000 for that. So Matt says Amish auctions are a good source of bulk fresh fruit and vegetables as well. Excellent. Absolutely. Right. Yeah. And the good thing is Matt is a friend of mine. We actually live in the same city. So I'll see you. If I see you tomorrow, Matt, we'll talk about that, because I want to get more information about that. And when I do, I'll share that out on our page and with the group as well. Good information, Matt. Thank you very much. But yeah, I'm all about now building a community in building what we would consider a mag, an indirect mag for resources and sources. Not only resources, but also be a resource for somebody. What happens to the lone wolf? We all know the lone wolf's not going to survive long. And there's strength in numbers. Mojo says, Mojo says, I think I'd be a fruit guy starting out. I don't think I'd be interested much in vegetables. Fruit would be me. I'd imagine vegetables take more time and skill. I don't know. Currently, I'm growing all vegetables. If somebody else is growing fruits outside of a fruit tree, like blueberries or strawberries or something like that, put your experience in the comments here in the chat. Some you plant and forget till you harvest them, right? But right now, I'm doing veggies over fruit, because I that's just me. But with that, we're at the half-hour mark, and I'm going to bring up two of my extended family members, and we're going to continue the conversation of dealing locally and patronizing your local farmer and farmers markets and local businesses. I'm pretty much done with dealing with the chains and big box stores. So my mother Sparks says blueberries, blackberries, they're hard to keep the birds and critters away. Pineapples take forever to grow. Yeah. So with that, the first family member I want to bring up is and of course ladies first, because that's just how I was growed up. You always respect the lady, and And my mother Sparks is a dear friend of mine. I can't say enough good things about her, and I want to bring her in and let her talk. And there's her lovely face, and I don't know if she can even talk to me. I can't hear you.
I said, wow, you shrunk me. Look at
I
my little
did.
head.
Well,
I
you're
have to
little
talk like
anyway,
this because you're
so
so
I'm gonna
tiny.
fix you. Don't worry, I'm gonna fix you.
Oh,
How's that?
I can talk normal now. Okay.
There you go. So this is my mother Sparks. She's an amazing friend. We have grown to become very close. One of the extended family members within our group, and the next young man that I'm gonna bring up it is
Young.
yeah, he's younger than me, so he's young. Is a brother in Christ, a dear friend. I can't say enough good things about him other than be ready today. And I appreciate you. Welcome. I am so glad that you have been part of our extended family. And I'm going to try to get everybody on the same page. And I'm having an epic fail.
Can you
So
hear me?
yeah, go right ahead. Yes, welcome.
Okay, young fella. Hello. Mother, hello.
Hi.
Everyone, hello. Hello. How's everyone doing?
See, y'all ain't right.
It's just a matter of, we have to, just, really say hello and say hi. And
We'll do it that way. How's that?
That was perfect. Perfect timing.
Yeah. Welcome. So these two people that in real time I've known very shortly, but within my heart and soul I've known them forever, and they're part of our extended group, and I love them dearly. And in any time of need, I know that I can depend on them, and they can depend on me as well. Um, and the one thing I will say, and this is for more of the people in the chat than my two guests, today my mother Sparks is celebrating a birthday, and this is our third live we've done. We started out on Be Ready's channel. My man Marco, you still in the chat? If you are, can you put up Be Ready's link to his channel and link to my mother Sparks channel as well? It was her birthday, so we started out on Be Ready's channel at 7:30, and he went forever. And then we jumped over to my mother Sparks channel, and she went forever. And here we are at my channel now to wrap it up. And I sang happy birthday to her, which I will never do again in public or on the internets. If you want to hear me sing happy birthday, you can go to her channel and visit her channel. And the lady over here, you can go to her channel and see that. So Mojo says you'd love it over here. Mini markets and local independent growers, big businesses have never been happy about this, but it's something they will never take from us. Irish is our love for the field. Absolutely, and that's why I am on this crusade to support the local farmer, because what's happening now, not only in the United States, but across the world, the farmers are dealing with much more, should I say, trials and tribulations than we are. So I want to support them as much as I can. And, like I had asked my mother Sparks to get prices for a lamb. I wanted to buy a whole lamb. And we had some family issues, and we had a great meetup, but I wasn't able to go. And if they want to highlight, I'll give them 2 minutes apiece to talk about what partook the last 4 days. But I asked her to get a price of a lamb, and the price of lamb, it's not as expensive as you think it is, folks. And if you have the capacity and the means to get meat, quarter cow, decent cuts, half lamb, whole lamb, chickens, whole chickens, half chickens by the pounds, do it and put it away.
Yeah.
Like the squirrel.
Yeah.
Who gathers the stores for the winter.
That's right.
Even if you don't buy a whole.
Go ahead, one of y'all.
I was going to say, even if you don't buy a whole animal, whole pig or whole lamb or whatever, even if you buy it piece by piece, if you go to that was my dog, I'm sorry. Even if you go to your local butcher shop, it is still way cheaper than the grocery store, and you get better cuts. You get to pick what you want, and you know where it came from, and you're supporting your local businesses. Yeah. So definitely, if you have a butcher shop or even a fish market, the farmer's market, like VP said, check them out, because you will save hundreds. I'm not exaggerating. Hundreds of dollars going to your local little areas like that than going to the grocery stores.
And and Vision,
to keep it going, I'm gonna be right back. I need to grab my cup of coffee.
Yep. One of the things that I've seen over the years, and this live stream that Vision is producing here, is just it rekindles the awareness. Because here I am, I have my garden here. The kale are going nuts, and for some reason my cucumbers did not pollinate. So I got beautiful cucumber plants, but I don't have any cucumbers. The first time this has happened. And so it's really, it reminds us that there is actually some places and people that are willing to not only assist, but it gives you awareness. Go to that site, www.localharvest.org, punch in your zip code, and find out exactly where your closest farmers markets are. Because it's amazing. And, this weekend, hopefully I'll be able to find a farmer's market. We went to one before years ago, but hopefully we'll be able to find one that has some stuff, because the word is getting out as to what is happening, and, the issues pertaining to having food, and more specifically, the issues to may not be able to either have food or attain the food, because it's going to cost so much. It's 50 cents for a cucumber. Imagine if you go to a Food Line, you might pay $1.20.
It's more than that now.
Yeah, and just imagine if one cucumber cost $7.
It's going to get there.
And we're not saying anything that's doom and gloom, but it is what it is.
And a lot of those veggies and fruits, what a lot of people don't realize is there's a way to store them for long term, whether it be canning by way of like stewed tomatoes in a jar, or pickled okra, or dehydrating, or just freezing in general. Some of them, even kale, you just have to blanch it and then freeze it. But freeze it flat on a cookie sheet first, and then put it in a bag and shrink wrap it and freeze it, stick it in your freezer. And a lot of these veggies are good for minimum of a year to keep stored. And then if you jar them, they're good for up to 10 plus years dehydrated too. If you seal them properly, store them properly, they'll last a long time. And it might hurt to go buy $20 worth of, say, green beans right now, but you want to spend that $20 now, because $20 in a year might only buy you a pound or two, sadly.
Yeah. And I mean, we have to get it while it's there. And sometimes we look at things from the standpoint of, oh, well, this person is doing this or that person is doing that. I don't necessarily have the means to buy bulk stuff or X, Y. Start small. Start very small. If you have to, go buy 5 cucumbers. Look up and verify it via 3 sources how to pickle and or can those cucumbers or tomatoes, and then go ahead and do it. Just, and before you know it, you'll see that you'll have a cupboard full of stuff to eat. It's like, well, wow, I have enough. I mean, let's face it,
Brian, real quick. Thank you, Mojo. I appreciate it. I appreciate you hanging out with us until 3 a.m. and coming over here. It's awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mojo. Appreciate you. Hit that like and subscribe, share it out, come back. She dropped me a message on a comment and literally said, I haven't seen you put out a video in a week. Is everything okay? And I replied back to her. I said, everything's good. We have a live tonight and every Thursday. And I'm back on my game of putting out my videos, but we do our lives on Thursday. And she showed up, and she's in Ireland. Amazing. So I didn't mean to cut y'all off. Continue.
No, that's all right. I'm getting old, so I'm getting sleepy too. So I forgot what I was saying. But
talking about canning and storing.
Yeah. So once you wind up seeing that you have more and more and more and more as you even, if you have pay, take 5%, 2%, go buy something. If there are 3 chickens, you go to your farmer's market and just ask them, hey, how much would 3 chickens cost?
Right.
Well, we don't have them here, but we got this person that can go and get you chickens. And, right now you go buy a 5-pound chicken. It's like $13 right now. I know in Virginia, that's what it is.
Yeah. Chicken breasts are very expensive here.
Yeah.
And it's crazy when you can go to your local farmer's market or farmer chicken farm and buy twice the amount for the same price or less.
And some farmers you might find, depending on, who you speak to and or find, they may say to you, you know what, I have 150 chickens. Come on out here and just grab you some whatever you want.
Right. Exactly.
And now you learn how to, catch, pet,
get pecked,
dispatch, and freeze a chicken.
Yeah.
And eggs. There are ways too. A lot of people don't realize if you have chickens, you can store your eggs for long term too, but they have to be fresh eggs. They can't be store-bought eggs.
Right. Fresh eggs you can take and you can put mineral oil on them and you can put them in a basket and store them long term in the pantry. That's crazy.
Yep.
So
Isn't that nuts?
The mineral oil acts just like the membrane in the female hen. So when the egg is laid, coat it with mineral oil and you can store them in the pantry. You don't have to refrigerate them.
Yeah.
There's a way to jar them in the pantry too.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's so many ways you can prepare for, Lord, it's like this, Lord, we don't want it to come, but we have to be prepared.
Correct.
And so.
And that's what we do as a prepper. We plan for the worst and hope for the best. You know, and especially right now with, you know, the prices of everything going sky high,
Mhm.
we have to start thinking microcosm in order to get where we need to go instead of macrocosm.
Yeah.
Virginia Bushcrafter, welcome, welcome back. Good to see you. Good to see you. But you know, we have to think on a smaller scale, better product.
Right.
And after visiting the farmers market and just walking around Tuesday evening, looking at the produce and all this other stuff, I was like, I must be crazy to go into the box stores and spend all that money on a inferior product, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I'm making friends. And for those of you in the Ohio area, the
That was my
butcher
dog.
that I actually got was David Gummer the second, and Wandering Steer Cattle LLC is his company, and his website is www.wanderingsteer.com. You can look at his food, you can look at his beef. You can order it from what he told me. You can order it online. He either delivers it or you could pick it up at some of the local farmers markets here in town. He's in actually 3 of them. So, you know, those are the people you need to get to know. Because what if the grocery stores close? What happens if we can no longer get anything from your local grocery store?
Mayhem.
Mayhem. Thank
It
you, Be
will be.
Ready, for putting that in the chat. Yep.
Thank you. I was trying to find it.
www.wanderingsteer.com. Yeah. But yeah, it's the local farmer you're going to be able to go to. And if you know, he at least recognizes you, or you can say, hey, I remember you from such and such farmer's market. I used to buy produce from you. I want to deal with you now. So what are you seeing in your area, my mother Sparks?
As far
as the little mom and pop areas compared to what's going on in the big box stores and the shortages and shrinkflation.
real quick, I just fixed that link. I couldn't find it. That's why I didn't put it in there.
Okay.
It's Wandering, WAN.
Oh, W.
That's why I was trying to fix it. I couldn't pull it up. That's why I was kind of sidetracked. We make a run. We try to make a run about once a week to the bigger box stores.
Okay. Yeah.
To kind of see prices. And the last time my better half went, it kind of made me sick to my stomach because it had been a good couple weeks since we had gone. And, you know, like they went to Walmart, and you know, the generic bags of cereal that
Yeah.
you used to be able to buy for $3.
Yeah.
That bag was almost $12.
So was it the same bag or was it a smaller portion?
It was actually the same bag,
Okay.
but it was 4 times the price. Just from last year, which I about fell over when I saw that. It was crazy to see a generic cereal bag of cereal, not even the box. The bag of generic cereal was almost $12. That alone blew me away. Then some of the cucumbers, the veggies, the fruits, you know, you used to be able to get, like you were saying, the cucumbers, you used to be able to get 4 for $1, or
Yeah.
it would be by the pound, a dollar, $2 a pound.
Right.
And now it is a piece. The price is
Yes.
the same price, but it's a piece instead of per pound.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't realize that when they're shopping. You got to pay attention to what you're shopping, because not only have the prices gone up, but they're switching things, like instead of per pound, it's per price. And sizes are getting smaller on something. So what you used to get at 16 ounces, you're now only getting 10 or 12 ounces without even realizing it, but paying the same price. So you really
Yep.
are still paying more if you pay attention. You've got to pay attention though to what you used to buy, and not just the price that they're showing. Because you'll go in and spend $100 and walk out with less than a basket of food without even realizing it.
Exactly. Exactly. What are you seeing in your area? Be ready.
Well, it's really horrible because, you know, we talked about, a mother just mentioned about how it's shrinkage that's happening, and it's really happening, and it's just it's sad. And what people are doing is they, you know, I feel people are in this area are starting to hoard, but hoarding and preparing, in my opinion, is synonymous right now,
Yeah.
because, you know, you just never know. I mean, we think of what happened. I know what happened here in Virginia, where the toilet paper just went poof, food just went poof, and you know, it's really crazy. And so we're seeing it here, and also what's happening here is getting a little better, but the supply chains are getting kind of wonky.
Yeah.
So it's certain things that are not there. You go in and you look at the vegetables. Some of them are there, but you look at some things, and it looks like someone painted it because it has so much genetically modified organisms in it.
Yeah. Hey, Nas,
It's
how
just-
are you? Welcome. Glad to see you.
Nice!
That's what I was trying to do, but I couldn't do it without holding it.
Nas, good to see you.
Nice!
Yeah. Yeah. Shrinkflation is real. GMOs are real. The food chain supply is real.
Bug
And
proteins.
to be honest, I think it's being done on purpose.
I think, oh yeah, you know, because and they're what some of these stores are doing is they're saying this is in an attempt to make food better.
Yeah.
Well, an apple's an apple. God made the apple. Beef is beef. Why make it better? Because they want to get more from less, and then spend, and then and actually allow us to pay more for less.
Right.
And it's a shame.
Yes.
But we're seeing a lot of it here in Virginia. I don't know. The Virginia Bushcrafter
I'll be right back.
is in the chat. I don't know if he has seen that. But yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah.
And then you get someone. I mean, imagine if everyone were like-minded like us.
Right.
There would be nothing on.
Yeah, there wouldn't be. Yeah, everybody would be prepared. Everybody would be prepared. Yeah.
Yeah. I think-
Virginia Bushcrafter, are you seeing that also in your area, like Be Ready was saying, if you're still in the chat?
Yeah, hyper inflation on everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, perfect example. This apple. I got it for free from Walmart on an order curbside pickup. Okay.
Okay.
It's finally getting the ripples, and it's got one little bruise hole starting. This apple is 7 months old, and it's been sitting on the counter.
Does it smell at all?
It smells like an apple. It doesn't have any stink. There's no bugs on it.
So what's that
7 months
tell
old.
you? What's that
I'm
tell
not
you?
eating this. I refuse, but I wanted to see how long it would last. I got this December of last year.
Right,
I'm not putting this in my body.
right.
Yeah, it's, and so what's to come of this? It's important. The subject that vision
Don't eat
preparedness.
these.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
It's really important for us to take heed in what's being said. Support your locals. Support your locals.
So once again, this is the onion I bought Tuesday at the farmer's market. So the first thing I'm going to do when I finally cut this one is see I'm keeping the bottom part of this to see if I can regrow this.
Yep.
And regrow some onions.
Mm-hmm.
And this barely has a smell to it.
Wow.
And it still has, the greens on it. But when this onion tastes so good. So good.
So in terms of that onion, I can only imagine what type of what's that onion called? That's
Shallot.
Which one?
Shallot.
Shallot. You're saying it incorrect.
Call it. You
Or
call
the
it.
Vidalia.
Huh?
Vidalia.
But no, I was gonna say we could take that onion and make a blooming onion where you fry it and put some batter on it.
Yes.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yes. You could use a white onion or a yellow Vidalia sweet onion.
Yes.
Or as Justin would say, onion.
Onion.
Onion. Yes.
Who was it? I think wasn't it
Justin Wilson.
Yes, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That him and Julia Childs were the first two TV cooks I ever watched.
I think Julia Childs was the first.
Yeah, for me, she was the first.
Yeah.
Yes, I grew up watching her when I wasn't in the kitchen with my mom or grandmother helping them cook.
Yeah.
And today we're going to learn how to make. Yeah.
And she always looked like she was hungry.
Absolutely. And dressed to the nine in the kitchen cooking.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
She
Yes.
always looked like she was ready to eat. And like
Yes.
as she's cooking, she talk, I can't do it like you do. But but she'd be acting like she'd be drooling.
Yes. If you buy, so the Virginia Bushcrafter said if you buy fruit or veggies, you must eat them quickly or they're no good.
Well, if they're fresh.
But
yes,
always buy it and then learn how to
preserve it.
There's so many ways. Can it, vacuum pack some, although that I haven't had any luck with vacuum packing and freezing.
Dude, I have yellow, red, and green peppers that I vacuum sealed and they're in my freezer that look exactly like they did the day I did it.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes.
And I was actually I'm got a couple videos on deck that I'm doing that our class that we're having on the 9th of some things that I teach in our long-term preparation course that I finally talked myself into videotaping it and sharing snippets of it on YouTube as well.
Nice.
Only because Klingon Princess put the suggestion in my head that she wanted to take some of our online courses.
Oh, nice.
So we're actually going to be doing our online courses. And I told my team I would only do paid online courses if we could offer free courses also.
Yeah.
And of course, you know me, and you know where one of my heartfelt classes is that we do is we're going to do a informational video on Stop the Bleed, which is not a substitute for formal training. That's my disclaimer, but an informational video on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, folks, it's what, 10:32. We've hit the hour mark. And any questions from the chat?
Nas says, I loved Occasion Cooking and Julia Childs.
Yes.
I still look her up and watch her and actually look at her cooking techniques also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Is she still alive?
No. She died early 90s.
Yeah, I think it might have been early 90s.
I remember watching her when I was younger, but now it's the Kabam guy or the Bam guy. And
well,
Emerald and Bobby Flay
and this guy.
They don't cook. They don't cook.
Now, I got to say that even though he's a very bombastic showman, oh boy, what's his name? Gordon Ramsay?
And his food is the bomb.
He cook, man.
Yeah, Gordon cooks.
Oh man.
Him and there's I think he may be German. He's an older guy. And I forget his name. I have his
Gordon Ramsay, Steve Garvin.
Is it the older guy that he and Gordon kind of like has a mild rift between each other?
Emerald?
No, not Emerald. No, it's an older guy that has an accent, very heavy accent, and he has he talks about the younger cooks. He's like, some of these younger cooks would tell you to do this, to do that, but no, I don't do that. I don't do that.
So Naj is asking, how long do eggs fresh keep in the pantry?
Depends how you prepare them.
Yeah, it depends.
Right. Depends how they're prepared, Naj.
And how fresh they were when you got them, because you don't, if you want to store them room temperature, not hot, but room temperature, don't clean them first. And the mineral oil even makes that membrane even stronger. And I'm thinking, this is what I've been told. Eggs do not last long in my house. Nope.
Same here.
Yeah. But I've heard like 2 weeks sometimes.
Right.
And if you got like four hens that are laying eggs or 3 hens that are laying eggs, you will never run out of eggs because
exactly.
Yeah.
Now you can freeze eggs too.
Yes, you can.
I haven't tried that.
You have to crack them open. If you crack them open, put them in a baggie, flatten out all the air, you can freeze them.
Yeah.
And they'll last for a long time. Milk too. Put milk in a bag, flat, freeze it.
Yeah, I've froze milk before.
Yep.
But I haven't froze any eggs. Let's see, what else have I froze?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you can dehydrate them.
Yes.
You can dehydrate eggs.
Yeah, there's a channel out there. I won't drop the name, but she put a video out about freezing eggs, and I think she put a video out about how to freeze dry eggs. But my question is this: why freeze dry them? Just eat them.
True.
You need to bake with them. Make those donuts that you love eating in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
I had to kind of back off. I had to pump the brakes on that.
That's good.
Yeah.
But
So
that's
the
why
one
you
thing
would
I've
farm.
been doing is water bath canning,
Hmm.
because a couple of weeks ago I actually talked to a Amish couple that were friends of the family, and I just started asking questions
Hmm.
about canning meats. And there's a channel out there that literally did the exact same thing, and I'm gonna throw the channel out there because she does an amazing job. The channel is called Make It Make,
Wow.
and she explains what make it make means. And she's doing a series on water bath canning and recipes of canning, water bathing.
Hmm.
And I'll say this, um, the Amish water bath everything. They don't pressure can, and it's freaking amazing. I
Yeah.
have chicken legs in my pantry that I water bathed last year
Yeah.
that
I
are
had
that are still sitting there just waiting for my son to discover them.
so they could disappear
Yes.
into his belly. But I had some beef, some smoked beef that I canned.
Mm-hmm.
And the first two bottles I pulled out, it was years ago, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. But recently, I took out, like over the last like 4 or 5 months, I took out some. Let me try
Right.
two cans, and it wasn't good, and so I had to throw out 15 cans. No,
Yeah.
I made 20. Yeah, I had to throw out like 15.
So they didn't seal, and the seals were
No, it was
raised.
sealed and it was dippled,
Yeah.
but when I opened it up, it had a foul smell.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
opened one and was afraid of the rest being bad too,
Well,
so he
opened
threw them
two.
all away.
I opened two,
And one was good and one was bad.
and I'm like, nope, nope.
I can understand that. I can completely understand that. So Na said, unfortunately, I live in a city and can't have chickens, but when I was small, we had many chickens, and I was the one who had to gather the eggs daily. Yeah.
Hmm.
I want to get some chickens, some hens, but what I found is, and why I don't have them already, is because I could have gotten the chickens, the chicks, very easily. What I could not find was a chicken coop.
Interesting.
Could not find a chicken coop locally, and I wasn't going to put in the time and effort to make one. I wasn't.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah. So
Yeah, after petting that chicken for the first time and seeing how she fell asleep when I was petting her the correct way,
uh-huh.
I was like, man, so much affection. I was like, man, she's so beautiful. But then she pecked me.
And you was ready to eat her.
Not out of anger,
Right.
but I realized that you are a meat bird.
There you go. A meat bird. That's absolutely right.
You
She
are
Yes.
a
didn't have
meat.
that much meat because she was a buttless bird.
Yeah. Was that the buttless one that I had?
Hmm.
That's yeah. Someone asked on the live, I think. So who asked me? I don't remember, but someone asked me about the oh no, someone asked, no, a colleague of mine asked me because I showed him a picture of me holding a. He's like, "What type is that?" And he said it. I said, "Well, it doesn't have a butt, and it's supposed to lay 200 eggs a year." And he didn't really
Wow.
know the name of it. He's like, "Well, that's weird. It doesn't have a butt." And really, I mean, no butt at all. No
Yep.
butt at all. It was chicken, nothing. It was like,
Yep.
I'm a chicken, except I don't have a butt.
It felt like a little ball with a chicken head.
Yep. Walking around, with no butt.
Any questions or comments in the chat? Any questions you guys want to ask? We're gonna open up and have a brief Q&A because it's 10:42 and we're gonna get out of here before 11 o'clock.
You sleepy?
Yeah, because you old, you sleepy.
I'm not.
I'm not.
Be ready is getting sleepy.
Okay.
Getting.
Mm-hmm. Yes. But yeah, again, folks, support your local farmer markets. You know, it just helps your community around you. And you never know, if things go sideways, you've got extended resources. I'm a big proponent of that now. And if you want to find out where your local farmers market is, I just put the web address in there, www.localharvest.org, put in your city and zip code, and it'll tell you exactly the farmers markets in your area. And I'm going to make it a mission of mine to start visiting the local farmers markets and buying from them and developing friendships with these people. Because I'm not paying the prices that are in the grocery stores anymore. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. I have come to the conclusion, not only are the prices outrageous, but the quality has taken a nosedive.
Mm-hmm.
Period. So I'm done with that. And I want to say thank you everybody in the chat for hanging out with this guy, my extended fam that's joining me and agreed to be on the live. All I can say is, you know, I thank you guys, you know that, and I appreciate you.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
Hey, I'm glad anytime. And plus it's your birthday. And I sang to you.
That's right.
When?
On her live.
I don't remember. I was there. I mean,
Okay. Marco, is my man Marco still in the chat? Can you put up the link to My Mother Sparks page so that Be Ready can click the link and go back?
I'm just joking. Yes, it sounded wonderful. Also.
Freedom ain't free. Welcome.
Freedom ain't free. What's up?
Thank you. Southwest New Mexico and some of the local ranchers sell packaged meat. Right, wholesale, exactly. I'm glad you mentioned that, Freedom Ain't Free, because here, one of the butcher shops near me, not only will they package it for you, but they vacuum seal it for you. So all you have to do is literally throw it in the freezer. And glad you showed up, Freedom Ain't Free. Hit the like button, subscribe. We're just sitting here running our mouths, venting softly about the prices and, you know, support the local ranchers, farmers, because you never know when you're going to need them because they may need you.
And Naj, that blown kiss was for you, not for these boys on the screen.
Who,
that was
what,
a thank you for Naj. I wanted her to know that blown kiss was for her, not for you two on the screen.
Well, that's fine. You know, if you that's never mind. I'll leave that alone. So yeah. So you know, again, support. Yeah, hey, it is what it is. But any other questions for my illustrious guests or myself? Again, I appreciate everybody for actually wanting to spend time with this guy that just babbles on YouTube and preps. Because at the end of the day, we've only got each other. And without each other, we have nothing. So with that, again, be ready today. Thank you. Appreciate you. My mother Sparks, I can't even form the words to fall out of my mouth.
Don't make her head any bigger. She's only like
Hey,
4'1".
She knows all she got to do is make a call, and the black truck rolls out. My mods, Marco, I appreciate you. My man, everybody in the chat that joined us. I'll say this: keep prepping, because your family depends on you, and you depend on it for your life. God bless everybody. Nas says, one quick last one. I had a deep freezer, but the engine blew in the floor we had last year, and I had to throw it out. A lot of spoiled meat. Oof, that hurts. Hey, see,
Thanks,
this is why I can only speak for myself, but I'm sure I can say this to everybody here. This is why we do what we do. This right here from Freedom Ain't Free. I so appreciate y'all. Your calm demeanor makes prepping for whatever is coming fear-free. You know, and I'm gonna say this before my boy Be Ready jumps on this, because fear is not a natural spirit or a natural feeling. Okay. And at the end of the day, we can only prepare for what we can do. And at some point, we got to let it go and let God do his part. Because at the end of the day, he's got all our backs. With that, I truly appreciate y'all. Hit the like button, subscribe. Vision Preparedness has so much that's coming down the pike that is amazing, that is going to help everybody. Hit the thumbs up. Marco, you know you my man. I appreciate you being that guy standing on the wall.
Mike.
Because that's the same thing I do. I stand on the wall, and we're here. I'm here every Thursday at 9:30. And I got some videos coming out that I'm dropping later on this weekend, this week. And again, be ready. I appreciate you. I love you, brother.
Love you too, brother.
My mother Sparks, you have a special place in my heart. You know, anytime, anywhere, anytime, on my dime, all you got to do is ring. Everybody in the chat, love y'all. God bless everybody. Everybody have a good evening and an amazing, safe weekend. Vision Preparedness will catch you on the other side.